So there's something called no minimum wage. And I know there's like a lot of you that are like, oh, how can people survive if there's no minimum wage? And some of you might have a point. But for the rest of you, I've been on job sites so many times where people goofing off, doing nothing all day, getting paid big sums of money. And I said to myself, I could do better than that. I could build a library. I could write a book. I could do all kinds of stuff. And so I went to do that. And sometimes my brain starts to get off track. And then I get back to my what Yeshua would want. So I'm teaching you guys about this. It's called no minimum wage. If you look at Matthew 20, 1 through 16, back in the day it might have sounded different than this. And I can't wait for a literal Ivri translation. So I might actually have to be that guy that translates this stuff back into Ivri so you understand. I could also try to do the mirroring of the phonetics so you get a darker picture about what's being said. But anyways, like a housemaster, Matthew 20 talks about going out and bargaining for the price of the workers that are standing idle on the market to receive a wage at the end of the day. So these guys that are standing around, not say I'm going to pay them $50, not saying I'm going to pay them $100, but maybe I say, you know what, come work for me for the day. I'll put a couple bucks in your pocket. So then they come and they work for me. And at the end of the day, I give them two big, huge George Washington bills and I put them in their pocket. And then they get angry at me. And I say, listen, you guys. Look at Matthew 20 again. You said, and we agreed, that I could put two bills in your pocket. And now you're going to give me an attitude. And they're going to grumble and they're going to moan because they don't want the two bills in their pocket, and they had an idea of how all this was going to go, and they some of them kept time sheets and saying, "Oh, but I worked this many hours. I worked all this time and now you're just going to fill me with freaking dollar bills? What is wrong with you?" And then you got to ask yourself, if I'm going to put some dollar bills in your pocket and you agreed to have some dollar bills in your pocket and you agreed to a contract where your word is what matters, well then, technically, you shouldn't be complaining and you should be happy that you get a couple dollars for maybe 10, 12, 14, 16 hours of work.